going to learn how the economy is based. The 10 Principles of Economics, brought to you by Greg Mankiw. Now, let's delve in and enrich our minds through the first rule. This principle states that people will face trade-offs. Now, what does that mean? It means that when you want to get something or have to do something, you have to give up another thing, whether that be your money, time, such as your studying. Now, the second principle states that opportunity cost is what makes choices. But what are those choices? It is the comparison of benefits and losses of options when making choices, so make them with caution. The third principle states that rational people think at the margin. What does that mean? Well, let's sharpen our mind to what it seems. When making choices off cases, rational people with objectives determine more or less of the choice, such as leaving 1 hour earlier to reach the station, with less chances of not making your final destination. The fourth principle states that people respond well off to incentives. But what is an incentive? Incentives are like additional benefits that come with daily choices, like a reward. The fifth principle of economics is that trade makes everyone better. What does that mean? Trade allows for specialization in products for both parties involved and in between. Now, the sixth principle of economics states that markets are good for economic activity. What does that mean? Something known as the invisible hand leads markets to a wanted desire, leaving consumers and suppliers at good stands. The seventh principle of economics states that governments can also improve market outcomes. They can place tax regulation for better outcomes, refrain monopolies from ruining economic formation, and keep economy in a good occupation. The eighth principle of economics states that a country's standard of living is a direct relation with the country's product bringing. The better a country's standard of living, the better and louder that country's economy is singing. Now, the ninth principle of economics states that when the government prints more money, prices rise and jump like a bunny. When there is more money, people are more likely to spend. So companies see it as a chance to score and increase their prices to the core. Now, the very last principle of economics states that the society faces a short-run trade-off between inflation and unemployment. If there are more unemployed, the less money that people are willing to spend and avoid. Because of that, the inflation decreases because companies want people to buy their cheap prices. These are the 10 major principles of economics, and I hope you learned a lot about the topic. Thank you, everyone. Have a good